Hello, I am Jen. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. I do appreciate all the support and I hope you are doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading. The current time and date is 11:32, April 1st, 2025. I'll show you one more time. I love time stamping these for when they play out because energy is fluid, it's timeless. We're all doing different things on different clocks, so keep that in mind when you listen to a reading. Some more disclaimers. You're responsible for all your own choices after hearing a reading. It doesn't matter the reader. You're still responsible for your choices. Also, keep in mind that this could be your energy, someone else's energy, so make it make sense for you and take the messages that really just kind of resonate with what you're going through or what you've been through or what you could see potentially coming up. In the box below the video, you can connect with me on Facebook for my artist page. You can also email me for either counseling, spiritual counseling, I am not a therapist, or tarot readings, private ones. The prices and the instructions are in the box. So also there's links to purchase the decks I've designed, such as FeralSpirit Oracle deck and then the FeralSpirit Soul Care deck. You can also, the link for the products I design are sprays, oils, salves, and bath salts, and these are all faith-based products to help you connect physically with your divinity. Okay, so some messages I got because I was kind of smoked a little weed and I was just vibing out for the last couple of hours, and I was listening to music, and some of the messages. So there's 4 songs, well actually 3 songs that I got, and I will post them. Probably, you know what, I'll put the links for the videos in the box below. But we have Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus, so look up the lyrics for that one. Florence and the Machine, Addicted to Love. It is a cover song, but something about that version of it is really relevant. Somebody might like the band. Somebody's name could be Florence, or somebody could be addicted to love. I feel like somebody here is also very spiritual, or they are a faith-based person. They practice some sort of faith. The other song I got was Morning at Midnight, and it's kind of like a third shift love song. It's by Jack White. The other message I got download while I was just listening was That's the Spirit, okay? So someone is taking control and correcting something. They are standing up for something, starting over. It's the kind of energy that it is. Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius energy was relevant. Also, 11991. 111 and 99 were the number synchronicities that this might resonate with you if you've been seeing those. Somebody here, a Virgo or a Capricorn, in a social setting or a group setting, has been listening to some sort of signs, okay? They've been paying attention. Those signs have been pointing them towards forgiveness and also fighting for something, which also ties into this energy of standing up and starting over, and that's the spirit. Okay, so somebody is being really encouraged to not give up here. They're rooted in all of this is someone has become aware, or they've gotten some sort of insight that has helped them heal either themselves, something inside themselves, a situation with another person, just something of that nature, where it's like they've gotten some sort of insight or awareness on how to fix something. And I feel like there is friends supporting this, or family. Like there's definitely some sort of support system in place that is encouraging this energy to start over. That's the spirit, okay? So thank you, God, for these messages, for whoever needs them. What does the viewer need to know for this message? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. 4:04 on the clock. We have express it, feel it. So definitely a vibe of embracing something here. Maybe it's a release of some sort. It could be an Aries, or this could be happening right now in April. We have letting go coming out. What is this? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. What does the viewer need to know? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. All right, so we have Shadow Child, 25, which breaks down to a 7. So there's somebody here, definitely some sort of like fighting, resisting. It's giving me 7 of Wands energy, but not a blocking or defending, but more like fighting for, okay? Somebody might, you or another person, could be an Aries or a Cancer or a Leo. I'm picking up July, April. somebody here might just be letting go of some energy, or they might tell you that they've been letting go, or you might express this to somebody else, of some sort of codependency, trust issues. It feels like somebody working through some shadow child energy. So this could present physically as a mean person, or somebody who throws tantrums when they don't get something their way, but they're a grown adult, okay? 25 could be relevant, so could 52. Excuse me. All right, one more, please. Thank you, God. All right, so yeah, somebody's definitely going to tell you that they've been destroying these patterns of behavior, is what I'm hearing. There's some sort of self-sabotage here. I feel like somebody's recognizing some sort of vindictive behavior, and they're really trying with those butterflies coming out of that tank. It's giving me that transformation energy. You might be dealing with a Scorpio, or there might have been an end to something here. With the number 8, this could be a Leo energy, a connection with a Leo, or some sort of energy of where you're creating with your heart space. What am I actually investing in here? It's also giving me, you know, the dharma, karma, actions, consequences energy. So this, I feel like, is helpful karma, where it's manifesting some sort of healing, okay? This is somebody that might have been really cruel to you. They might have just been vindictive, might have sabotaged something. You might have done this. You know, let's take accountability here. None of us are perfect. I definitely feel like it's coming to a close with the 10 cycles here, okay? So this is something that I feel like has been going on for a while. There's been some, maybe 4 years, 8 years, 48 could be relevant, 84. I feel like, really, though, this is something that's been going on for a while. I just heard no more messages from this deck. So we do have Soul on the bottom, number 20. You might just be feeling like you're leveling up or ascending, or, you know, just healing something here. I also feel like there's a huge recognition of some sort of self-sabotage, okay? We'll get some tarot and see what the deal is here. And I was just told to use the Tattoo Tarot. So some of you might like this deck that I use. I like this deck. I traded a raccoon skull for this deck. Oh, shout out to you, T. So... But it was a good trade. You know, raccoons are protective. They're kind of vicious. You might want to look up raccoon medicine or energy. Or somebody could just be seeing, going back over something. It's giving me trash panda vibes. So, you know, somebody could be digging through something they might have thrown out or discarded, I'm hearing. Okay, so what is this about? Thank you, God. First of all, let's just get, where's the viewer in this energy? Let's just narrow this down for you, viewer. Where's my viewer in this energy? Thank you, God. Where's the viewer in this energy? All right, 10 of coins. You've been doing something for a really long time. I feel like you are stable. You could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. I feel like you have a really strong support system, okay? It ties back in with the downloads I was getting before I got in here. So there is definitely something about August 20th. There's something here, either past, present, or future. Something here. You're solid. You have a long-term stability. You've been at something for a minute. This could involve family. You could be around family. I've heard it's surrounded by friends and family. So this feels really good. This is like somebody I'm seeing. Okay, maybe it's just because I talked about barbecue. I don't know. Somebody's sitting at a barbecue, looking at everybody having a good time, and they're just like, yeah. Like, I've earned this, or I've worked so hard to get this. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here, which is just some sort of long-term stability, you know, where you're just really in the moment and enjoying, with a grateful heart, all that you've been given, all that you've achieved, but really it's just that long-term stability. I also feel like your money is really good. And it's because you've been doing this healing. When we do this sort of healing, our vibe changes. And when our vibe shifts and changes, we attract that, right? You are what you attract, or you attract what you are. So this kind of that sort of vibe here. Somebody's been putting in a lot of work and effort. I also feel like somebody might own their own business, and that's going really well. But it's because you've grown up, okay? You're recognizing it. You stop self-sabotaging. I feel like there's going to be a message here about this. All right, so what is this express it or feel it? You know, this could also just be the release of, you know, acknowledging that you're not the person you were before. Self-forgiveness here. Yeah. I don't take cards off the floor. I don't like to. Seven of Cups is coming out. Some sort of confusion. I feel like there's something here. It almost feels like a dream. Almost feels like a dream. I'm thinking about Sleeping Beauty. So somebody might have just been sleeping, you know, like sleepwalking through your own life. Sleepwalker is a song. I forget the group that does it. It's an old one though. But yeah, I feel like somebody might have just been sleepwalking through their life. It's definitely a vibe of time to sit and relax and enjoy something. So what does this express it and feel and embrace here for? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. All right, so Two of Swords. That's an energy of trying to make a decision with too much head and not enough heart. Okay, it's also causing some sort of stuck, stalemate energy. It's like a denial of some sort of fact. I feel like there's a truth here that to acknowledge it would be rather disappointing. It could be about a soulmate connection or something from the past. Six of Cups is coming out. It's giving me Scorpio energy, Libra energy. So this is definitely something being made fair, balanced. I feel like somebody knows they have to do this. Something about the past and to acknowledge a truth would be disappointing. What is this about? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. When I call out zodiac signs, please keep in mind it could be your sun sign, moon, rising, north node, south node, Venus, Mars, or it could be somebody else's sun sign. You know, or this could just be the energies that you're currently in with our current transits. We are going through a lot of astrological transits. I recommend Rick. That's on R-I-K. That's how you type it on YouTube. He does great chart readings for the current energies and the transits. It's astrology. So definitely check him out. Very thorough, very accurate. So, some sort of truth here. All right, what is this about for the viewer? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. That was the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, that fell on the floor. Don't take it from the floor, but definitely something has to happen here, like that Wheel of Fortune. I feel like it'll go in your favor, but also it's fated. It's destined, like it's part of your path. You kind of got to do it. It's a missing cog in the machine, okay? So we have the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This is an energy of somebody who's been through just so much. They're like, oh, is this that stand up? Keep going. That's the spirit type energy, okay? So definitely being encouraged to do this, whatever this is. Could involve some sort of feminine energy, feelings, nurturing of self, but also subconsciously something hidden behind the scenes. This feels like something maybe, like I said, denial. Like somebody knows, but they don't want to know. Okay, and it could have to do with a home situation. Seven of Coins, Judgment. I feel like, so yeah, somebody's definitely Seven of Wands. That's that energy. I'm not surprised that came out because this doesn't feel like resisting. This feels like fighting for. Somebody might be into martial arts, Mulan. Somebody could be Asian. Also, is a girl worth fighting for. Nine of Swords. This might be stressing someone out. Three of Cups about getting together and working in a contract here. It just feels like don't give up. You know, if you look up, I had that song by Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus. It's one of my favorites. And if you look up the lyrics, it says, pick up the phone, I'll make you a believer. So, you know I'm a forgiver. So whoever this is that maybe you're resisting talking to, or you're just worried about having a rough time with it, like, I feel like the message there is benefit of the doubt, okay? Like, have faith that just because you might not be able to easily forgive, that doesn't mean somebody else might not be able to, or somebody, just because you're holding on to something, maybe they're not. So, you don't know unless you try. And what's the worst that can happen? If you are listening to me right here, right now, you have made it through so much already. Rejection, denials. So, I'm just saying, like, you've already survived, you're good. Seven of Wands come out again, This is something we're fighting for. Wow. Judgment, Seven of Coins, all this energy came right back out. So this is, somebody really just deciding to go for this. And not give up on it. It's definitely something about the past. I feel like there's united truth, but I feel like there's some sort of communication coming in. yeah, judgment came out again. Somebody just has to decide to do this. This is going to shift something. It's giving me, it's going to balance the scales of justice, right? It's Libra energy, but also Scorpio energy. It's giving me this change, this transformation. All right, what is, somebody knows they have to do this. I just keep hearing your own personal Jesus, okay? So, and if you're not a fan of Jesus, I'm sorry. Maybe you should research the guy. It's a teacher of mine. Pretty cool chap. Great big brother. So, what is this letting go of? Okay, there we go. Three of Swords. This is that acknowledging that truth. You have to let go of the heartache, the disappointment that comes with it. This is energy of forgiveness, self-forgiveness. You have to let this go. I feel like it's tied to this shadow child energy, Six of Swords. Yeah, you got to move away from this energy. I feel like somebody's really anxious. This has been causing a lot of mental stress, okay? It's Nine of Swords energy. This, by denying this, you have been mentally just hurting yourself, okay? This is like long nights. Maybe you're indulging in, you know, your vices more. It's just, it's giving me stressed out, but also like trying to cope without dropping the ball on this Ten of Coins. Now, this could be your another energy. Put it where it makes sense. Okay, so what is the... Can we get one more on this? Three of Swords, Six of Swords. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Definitely could be dealing with an air sign, an earth sign for sure, and a fire sign. Knave of Wands. So this is a good message. This is inspirational. This is helpful. This is something that somebody is a spark. Okay, it's like when you light the candle. Sometimes the candle goes out when you go to light it. Other times, when you go to light it, it just lights and it stays lit. This feels like a stay lit candle. Somebody lights the candle and it stays lit. I feel like somebody's going to talk about all this stuff. The Hangman, it's been on their mind. They've been really contemplating this, meditating this, Piscean energy. I feel like this has been going on behind the scenes. The Chariot, someone's been real stuck. They haven't not been moving forward. I feel like that's what they're going to talk about. Is like how this, they've acknowledged that this energy has affected their Cancerian energy, okay? So that home energy, it's affected their home, it's affected their subconscious. There's something here that was really distorting someone's perception and really in the way of them moving forward. Justice, it wasn't maybe acknowledging something was really unfair. More Libra energy. So Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Virgo. Definitely. And Sagittarius. Yeah, so I feel like that's what somebody's doing is they're going to light that candle. They're doing this on principle. And maybe you're a principled person where you just, or you could be a principal. But you're doing something on principle here. This is really what's driving this is like that... That's the spirit. Thank you. So it's like that. You know, I think you have faith that someone thinks similarly, and that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Queen of Swords. They might be a little detached. I feel like this is definitely somebody putting an end to something. More air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this definitely could be somebody putting an end to, you know, these habits. I also feel like when this message is given or received, it's going to be guarded. This Queen of Swords energy is giving me very detached. And I feel like that's because, like, they've been through enough on their own that they are the Queen of Swords. They're still a boss. They're still a leader. They're just emotionally detached from those decisions. They make them off a philosophical, logical base instead of a more emotional base, like, say, the Queen of Cups or even the Queen of Wands. Or the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is somebody that communicates really well. I feel like they present really understanding. King of Cups, I also feel like they're going to recognize that this is somebody that is showing them how they feel by talking about these things. They're going to have some sort of recognition here that changes something. So Cancerian here, Scorpio, Sagittarius for sure. And the Libra. And I heard don't forget about the Virgo. So September might be relevant. I'm hearing last September, October, last end of June, beginning of July, November. Like just this last part of this last new year, like 2024. It's just, I feel like that's when all this healing took place. Knight of Cups, yeah. So I feel like somebody here is definitely going to, this could be something from the past. This could be a past person, okay? So just reading the energies, because somebody you've connected to for a while. I feel like it's between 4 to 10 years. 41 could be real relevant. But it's somebody that is looking back and wanting to here take charge, which would make sense because this shadow child energy with all this blocked energy really made things like stuck and unfair. I feel like somebody was acting out of this energy at one point, which is why the other energy, the Queen of Swords energy, right? Gender does not matter. If I see it, I'll call it, but we all have feminine. This could be a dude in a Queen of Swords energy, okay, where they're just really trying to philosophize. I don't even know if that's correct. I'm trying to make sense of this all, but also use, like, you know, their principles, their ethics, their morals, Libra energy, you know, keep things really fair and on an even keel. Somebody might like boats here. Or you might be boating, something about a boat. My crown chakra is tingling. So, I'm seeing the painting from Goodwill Hunting that is hanging in the counselor's office, Robin Williams' office. The one with the man in the boat and him and the Will character that he's supposed to be working with is like breaking it down and like trying to pull out some stuff. And it upsets Robin Williams' character. So maybe watch Goodwill Hunting. Somebody could be in college. Somebody could be just being given. They know they have other opportunities. They know that they can fix this. I'm better than this. That's the spirit. Yes, you are better than this. You know, let the past go. This is what this is. There's some sort of disappointment here. You got to let go of that. You need to heal. Self-forgiveness is going to be key. Okay, so what will confirm this energy for the viewer? What will confirm this energy for the viewer? All right, there's going to be a solid, stable opportunity. You know, at the end of that movie, Goodwill Hunting, spoiler alert, he left all he knew behind so that he could go towards a more solid, stable future. Okay, he had a lot of opportunities, a really smart guy. And he was given, like, a lot of opportunities. But because of his background, he had a lot of trauma. It was in the way of him doing better for himself. It's in the way of, you know, achieving more for himself. He was just so wounded, Nine of Wands, wounded warrior from his childhood, you know, and everything he went through, that it literally like got him stuck in behaving in such a way that was just really unfair to the people around him that he loved, okay? Because he had a lot of friends that he loved, he had a girl he loved, a son, Queen of Cups. Yeah, somebody might be recognizing they love someone here. And this Five of Swords. Now, this could be family, friends. It could be a lover. Just someone you love, you have love for. This could be a problem, Five of Swords. Maybe it's something they did back underhanded in an underhanded way. This might have been a conversation that was just stupid and vindictive, okay? It was petty is what it feels like. Somebody might have said something. So there's definitely a solid, stable viewer. This opportunity is just really going to set you up for the long haul. I feel like you're already set up for the long haul. And I'm picking a missing piece of puzzle. Autism might be relevant here. I'm seeing the blue puzzle piece. I believe that's the symbol for autism. Two of Coins. So yeah, this is definitely working with someone else, working on a contract. But also, you know, your work might have been suffering due to your trauma that you've been working through. So now that you're healing, you're able to make decisions in a more emotionally balanced way and show up in this King of Cups. Do stuff you love doing, trusting your feelings when you make moves. I feel like this is definitely somebody who's just regaining their confidence in themselves and what they're doing. So also, where does this go? Where does that go? Type of energy with the Two of Coins. Star card, yeah. And that's, okay, so somebody's definitely recognizing something here, some healing. It just feels so good. There's a lot of support around you. If it's not actual physical support, I think it is. But if it's not, you know, you definitely have divine support with that Star card coming out. I feel like somebody is recognizing their healing here. They're recognizing there's some sort of recognition energy. Maybe you're getting a certificate. I don't know, maybe you're getting some sort of opportunity that involves like an upskill, like a certificate. I'm picking up like certificate energy, or you're graduating. Thank you. Graduating from something. And it might have taken a really long time. I'm feeling like an apprenticeship. With the Empress coming out, this is something you now possess, right? Empress energy is Taurus, Libra energy is fair. It's something in my possession. It's the birth of something new. It's a whole new beginning for you. And it's because you've done this healing. So good on you. Very good. I feel like also I'm picking up with the High Priestess, 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords. It's like somebody knew that some sort of connection as well was in the way. And this might have been a trauma bond I'm hearing. Somebody, you know, it could be a friend even or family member that you guys had just been through so much that that's what kept you together, was that you'd been through so much. And actually, you know, it's really unhealthy for you. And I feel goodwill hunting is really relevant in this. Your name could be Will, or, you know, Will could be involved here. But this is like a fresh start, getting back up, fighting for something you love, even if that's yourself, okay? Like, how can you love another person? You really don't know what it means to love yourself and all the flaws there and all the things you've been through and all the poor behavior that you might have exhibited in the past. You have to love that person. They really needed the love then, you know, and now you're in a space where you can recognize that you've given it to yourself. And this is my left ear's ringing. So is this like an alert of something is coming in? I feel like there's a graduation energy here. Somebody's matured. I also feel like somebody sees something they want. This could be, you know, something for the long haul, or they're recognizing someone's value. This could be recognizing your own value. Eagles are going to be really relevant. I'm hearing Seattle. What is it? Seattle Eagles or Seahawks. Somebody might like sports. I'm seeing green and blue, and an eagle or a bird of some sort. Something about a message here. 9 of Cups reversed. With the Tower on the bottom. Oh, man. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Coins. This is 8 of Cups. Somebody realizes that without this, it doesn't feel complete. Whatever this is. 9 of Cups reversed. That's not happy, not satisfied. This could also be overindulging. What is this 9 of Cups reversed, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. 9 of Swords upright. Maybe this isn't going to go the way I think it's going to go. What if they get rejected? Or somebody is also very much, they have so much, they're just not sad. There's something missing. That puzzle piece, okay? There's something missing. I feel like somebody might have learned something about themselves, right? As far as the autism goes, you know, that presents as neurodivergency. My left ear is just, what? Somebody might not like hearing this, or they might have a hard time accepting this. But this, if you're not aware of this, maybe look into it, okay? It's an alert. My left ear ringing is an alert system. So it's like there's something here that might be making someone anxious, and it's triggering those peculiar neurodivergent patterns, okay? It's a coping mechanism. I also feel like somebody, when they get wind of this, they're not happy about it. It actually causes them some sort of anxiety here. There's this Empress is like panicking. Like, I feel like, oh my gosh, like that kind of energy, like, you went through all that, and it's like, they handle it really well. I feel like this energy, either you or somebody else in this Taurus energy, could be a Taurus, or is this somebody you have in your life that you know would really freak out if they knew these things? They wouldn't be happy. They would be having a hard time. But also you could be unhappy and having a hard time. And that's what's putting this all to rest. Okay, so this is where, you know, that Ace of Cups, okay? I'm going to show you this. Because this 4 of Swords came out sideways, and then this Ace of Cups. So this is happening right now. Somebody's starting to get restless. And they're acknowledging that if they send out this feeling, this message full of these feelings, right? expressing their feelings that started out over here. That they might be, there's some concern here that they might stress someone out. I feel like you need to do this anyways. And this person, I feel like they're mature. They're going to handle it very well. 8 of Cups. So they might be going, they might come to you. I just heard, when I said they might come to you, I heard to see you through. So maybe you're at the last leg of this. Like I said, a missing piece. There's a missing piece here. And I feel like this emotional aspect where it's like, I want to be happy. We have the Devil and the 3 of Coins. Capricorn energy, 3 of Pentacles. Like I keep the Devils up, like reversed in my deck. So when those come out, there is it's an alert. Thank you. It's an alert. Okay, beware of some sort of toxicity here in a contract. Codependency is coming up. So make sure you're not projecting your feelings onto this situation. Okay, I feel like there is definitely some sort of attachment here to a contract that involves some sort of codependency, but also it doesn't feel as bad as it looks. Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups, that makes 9 of Cups. This is really a satisfying thing you're chained to. I feel like also that's the spirit. As bad as that sounds with the Devil out here, but it's like fighting for this like contract, this mildly obsessive thing. Standing, you know, it's like, I can't say standing your ground, but it is standing your ground to the point that you're like, no, this is mine. This is mine. I know this is mine. This is forcing your will in a contract too. This is encouraging you to take some sort of action here. Capricorn energy, to put some sort of effort in to something. Anything else we need to know? Knave of Swords. You're already looking at it. You might as well go fight for it. Okay? With this Knight of Swords, some sort of information. 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Make the choice. You're already looking at it. Obsessively, mind you. This is bugging you, but it doesn't feel evil. It doesn't feel, it feels tenacious. It feels like diligence. I've seen Wayne's World. Oh yes, it will be mine. For the guitar and the girl. Somebody might be a musician here, but it's definitely, there's some sort of communication and somebody's just deciding to go for it. I feel like they're gonna win here. Just don't think about it. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this might move really fast once it starts. King of Swords, King of Wands, 4 of Wands. That's mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. Like, someone's got a plan here for some sort of stability, and they're going to take action on an 8 of Wands. Yeah, that's a lot of energy. But I felt relevant, so we get what we get, yeah? 33:04 on the clock. So I feel like it's going to be a thing for the long term, a good thing. It doesn't feel unhealthy. I feel like you've done a lot of healing. You might have been hunting someone. That sounds really awful. I don't mean it in a violent way. I mean it in like goodwill hunting, like your intentions are pure. But it's like, somebody might have read The 4 Agreements or The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. That might be real relevant here. And it changed something for them. T, first name, middle name, last name, initial. Thank you, God. What are the clues for this reading? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Okay, so we have R. Something about trees. Somebody could work for trees, Inc. Or LLC, whatever it is these days. Piercings. Somebody could have piercings. This could really just be painful. F. S. It's a painful start. It's like you reach one finish line and you gotta start again. SOS, please someone help me. It's not healthy to feel this way. I think that's 808. No. What song is that? 808 might be relevant. That's what this feels like. I know that devil energy with that 3 of... This is somebody that knows they have to compromise here. They know I want to say they're toxic, okay? They know they have bad habits. that they are attached to, but they also want to be happy. Okay, this could be a addiction. This could be is something that they're tied to. So it's going to be either you or some other person is tied to something addictive. Okay, food, gambling, sex, friggin' some sort of just, you know, poor mindset, pattern of behavior, a drug, a substance of some sort. Okay, so there's something here. March, I feel like in Piscean season, they became very aware of this, but it's how do I work with this energy? Okay, how do I work with other people with this energy? And I feel like somebody's acknowledging that they have been doing that, and they see that they're better than where they have been. Excuse me. All right, so we have necklace. So somebody could wear a necklace. They could be wearing this around their neck like a necklace. Something about R-O-T. You know, it spells rot, but I feel like those are initials for something. We have December. So we have Capricorn, Sagittarius energy. But also, maybe back in December, somebody, I told you, the last of 2024 was really relevant for whoever's reading this is. That's a W. Any more clues? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Somebody knows there's competition here too, but that's mine. That's the energy. Oh, yes, it will be mine. Like, somebody has that sort of resolution in themselves. September. Rings in September. So somebody might have been a commitment, or they might have been just, that's when they decided to do this. 16th through the 30th could be relevant. Or also you might just be in a commitment by the end of September. Should you approach this and put the effort in. We have June. Gemini energy. This could be a lover. It could just be somebody you love. Can I get a few more clues? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. All right, we have an important person. Yeah, that's that. Something's missing, and it's this person, this important person you want to be committed to. We have a, oh my God, I spelled fart. Somebody might be like, I'm an old fart. Or, also picking up trifling. Truffles. Something about tragic. And front. And frost. So yeah, I don't think you might not have been talking to someone here, and that's what the acknowledges. It's been stalemate, frosted out, stalemate energy. Two of Swords over here. I didn't even know that. We have old fart. You're not an old fart. Don't call yourself that. I don't know who needs to see that or hear that, see that. I opened it to an I. You're not. Don't listen to all that. I'm also picking up somebody who might have roasted someone. Yeah, that's that toxic behavior from the trauma, okay? Forgive yourself for it. I also feel like somebody really starting to feel the heat from not being happy and not, like they're having a rough time. 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords involved here. There's something about this feeling the heat, roasting. Something might have been cooking for a while too. Check your roast if you're watching this. Something about plants getting frosted as well. Oops, somebody might have left their plants outside. Someone could be a Frank or a Francine. Mary Frances. I'm hearing like Irish, like Mary Frances. Ross is another name that I'm hearing. Something about Albuquerque, New Mexico. Something about a trail. Somebody's really tough. Trash panda energy, tossed out. Somebody tossed out something. And I feel like they were trying to forget it, but I don't think they forgot about it. Queen of Cups, some sort of feelings. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Strong Cancerian. This is like giving me that more of that Cancerian home energy. Somebody might have tried to forget about how they felt, okay? towards someone, the Hermit, and now they're having to look at that again, judgment, and make a decision. Yeah, it's giving me trash panda energy, like somebody going back into something they tossed out. Something about obsolete. There's some sort of electrical or like obsolete, like technological indicators here. Feels really King of Swordsy, like math and science. I come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. Look up The Scientist by Coldplay. You don't know how lovely you are. Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you might offer somebody something here. You might be aware of your own toxic traits, okay? And I feel like you're going to own up to those. But I also, like I said, this could be a family member. Put it where it makes sense, guys. I definitely feel like there's going to be some effort made here to thaw out something, okay? I'm hearing so. Something about this is so far away. I'm not, who sings that? So far away. Leave me to myself, so far away. I'm not sure who that is, but something about far away. I'm also picking up Shrek and Fiona. Somebody's name could be Fiona. So we could like the Shrek movies. Somebody really wants to send something to someone. Also, they want to return something to someone here. I feel like there's some sort of, somebody got frustrated, or there's some sort of level of frustration that happened. I'm hearing Todd, Ted, Sam. I just heard Sonya Blade. That's that Queen of Swords energy. Somebody could be a Sonya Blade type energy. Something about a rat. Somebody might have a pet rat or pet rats. I'm hearing Alicia. Somebody could be a rat. Somebody just might have been causing problems, or, you know, this is giving me a vibe of when somebody sits in your, like, you're friends with someone or you're connected to someone, and when you interact with them, they eat away at your positivity, okay? Like, they eat away at things. I heard wasteful. They're very wasteful, whoever this is. And I feel like that's that Two of Pentacles energy, this or that. Like, you have to decide, like, something's rotten. Well, you can check your fridge with the roast. Make sure, you know, you set timers for things. The frost, maybe defrost your fridge. I feel like somebody's doing a lot of stuff at home. Like, oh my gosh, this is stupid stuff too. Like, this is the stuff we don't think about. It feels like that. I'm just going to keep my hands busy and stay out of trouble. I know that when my hands aren't busy, Devil, Three of Pentacles, and I ain't doing something, working with something, you know, I get in trouble. So, I'm going to defrost the freezer. I'm going to cook a roast, and I'm going to, you know, take out the trash. Maybe you'll see a raccoon when you take out the trash. You know, I'm just going to cook myself dinner and do some homey things. Cancerian energy. I'm going to stay out of trouble because there's a piece missing and it's driving someone nuts, and they know what it is. It's an extra set of hands. I'm hearing an extra set of hands, and they got it. Yeah, somebody could have piercings here. Might have got a piercing at the end of March, or they might have got some sort of information. Also, I'm hearing front and center. Maybe it was right in their face, but whatever this was, it feels like it hurt, but it was, you know, with piercings, like, you're consciously getting something pierced, so you want the pain. hate to be a weirdo masochist about it, but, you know, that's the situation where you're paying for someone to cause you pain. Same with tattoos. Shout out to my fellow masochists. But it's like with this piercing, it's like, I needed that. Like, you ask someone for some advice here or their opinion on something, and they gave it to you. And that's more that roasting energy where it's like, it hurt, but I needed that. I needed the hurt to acknowledge I'm hearing the weight of this all. I keep using the word today, levity. Like, I've been using that word. I say today. I've used it a lot today. But the levity of a situation, the weight of something. And I feel like that was so necessary because this person had to acknowledge with this necklace and important person that this person is important to them. It's more than a friend. You know, this could be a family, but it's like they realize that when I say more than a friend, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be just somebody that's like, that's a soulmate of mine. Like, hell or high water, across all times, dimensions, and galaxies. That person is important to me, whether we're talking or not. But, like, somebody had to acknowledge that. And I feel like that's where that necklace energy comes in. It's been, you know, around their neck. It's like a yoke. I'm seeing the yoke on an ox. Somebody definitely is a Taurus. Or something to do with home, okay? Some Taurian energy. Alright, that's really all I'm getting, guys. It's kind of like quieting down now. Anything else? Okay, I opened it to abundance. I'll show you. So viewer, that's that Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? This definitely could be a Gemini or a lover. But with that abundance, 4, 5, 6, June, you're probably going to see, I feel like this is really going to, June's out here too. I feel like you're really going to see this around June, the fruition of all this. And I'm seeing again at the end of that movie, Good Will Hunting, where he makes the decision to leave behind what he's known to go towards the unknown, but also what he wants, okay? So there's something here about that. For the long haul, that's what you'll be doing, or that's what you're going towards. It's definitely financially stable. I feel like there's a lot of passion involved here and a lot of feelings. The problem is that somebody was trying to logic their feelings in their headspace. They're like, this is a fact and this is a fact, but there's a truth that is disappointing that someone wasn't acknowledging. Okay, and it's in the way of actually like moving forward. Now, maybe you've already acknowledged this, and this is where you're at, is you're knowing you're getting confirmation to send the message, make the move, so to speak. Okay, go after what it is you want. But also, it is an energy of having to see that very clearly. You know, recognizing with that devil upright that there's some toxicity here. Nothing's perfect. There is some toxicity there. It's going to be. No one's perfect. No one's perfectly healed. You're going to have to deal with some BS and other people, whether they're friends, family, coworkers, or humans. No one's perfect. And I feel like there's, you know, somebody's acknowledging that here and trying to figure out a more healthier way to cope with it because of the karma attached to these behaviors. I can't ignore that, you know, that that destroyer card down here, because like there's self-sabotage, you know, like I said, the things that the behaviors attached to, the consequences attached to these behaviors. I feel like somebody's very aware of it. That's why they're defrosting a fridge and making a roast and just staying busy, okay? But no one's perfect. I don't know if you need to hear that or not. No one's perfect. There's always going to be a bit of sinner in someone trying to be a saint, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. I hope this is helpful. Again, I hope you're doing well, and I do appreciate all the support. Check out the box below the video, and if you're confused about anything, don't feel free to reach out to me. Definitely connect on Facebook. Check out some art stuff there. It's all faith-based. But yeah, feel free to ask me questions. Other than that, I hope this was helpful, and many, many blessings till I talk to you guys again.